Are cables and messy workspaces driving you crazy? Say goodbye to the cable chaos and welcome to the future of cable management. You see, many people suggest cable boxes, and cable boxes are amazing, but they're so ugly that you have to hide them. And when you hide them, yes, they take space. What if you could hide cables in plain sight? Somewhere that they can take visible space and not look ugly. So this is what I'm set to do right now. Here is a simple Houdini trick you can do to hide power strips, power supplies and cables, tons of cables, in plain sight. Are you ready? Those are certainly lots of cables, and my Mac Pro uses all of them. And instead of using a cable box, I use this planter box, which cost $75. Certainly more expensive than a cable box, but it has the advantage that it looks very decent. I also use the filters and wafer to find a box that exactly matches the size of the Mac Pro I have. As you can see, I don't really tidy up the cables, I just move them and make them more compact. This process takes several minutes and I have to do it from many different angles. So I squeeze cables and tidy up, but I never really use any ties or spending all the time that would be needed to make them look perfect. One thing I had to do is to add those extra spacers under the planter so that cables can run out of it, as well as to provide basic ventilation. In general, you might want to check that the ventilation is suitable, and in other cases I have used for that exact reason those Cove very nice sensors. They record both the temperature and the humidity. I let them run for a few weeks and I observe the temperature and I make sure it's fine. I never really had a temperature problem. Because the box matches perfectly and I have put all the excess cables under it, I can squeeze the Mac as close to the wall as possible, saving further space. Then carefully I put back the cables and it all looks great at the end. The underlying idea is to have nice furniture and put the cables in it instead of trying to hide them. This way, you both hide the cables and save space. Let me give you a second example. This is the TV and you know what's going on back there. Well, nothing. Where are the cables? And the answer is here. Here are the fiber routers, the gigabit switches, the UPS. You can imagine all these a few months ago was behind the TV, but now with the help of this little hole over there, I was able to hide all those in this shelf. And as you can see, we aren't really talking about management here, it's just cables all over, but they just become invisible. And of course I sacrifice one shelf, but as you can imagine, I can put stuff elsewhere, but those cables really have to be there. So these are two practical examples of making cables disappear, not just manage them. Thanks for watching.